Good morning, y'all. Just started off my day. Give Taika his breakfast, and we read together. We went upstairs. What did we do upstairs? We made our bed. It's been kind of a slow morning. I'm finally gonna go get my toes done, because let me tell you, this, y'all, is not attractive. Like, look at that. So, I'm gonna go get that done, and I might put my nails back on, because I just, I know I shouldn't have to, but ever since I was a little girl, I always did anything I possibly could to have some sort of nail on it. So I was too young to get any sort of acrylic nail or fake nails or press-on nails. That I would get like gum, because I love chewing gum, and then I would put it on my finger and shape it as a nail. So like for as long as I remember. Oh, even like I think I was like, I think I was maybe 3 or 4. They told me I would get toothpaste, and then what are those? Oh, pistachio shells, and then I would put them on my hands too. So I've been about that glam life, but not really, because I'm not glam, as you can see. What the hell? Look at that.
Gold Coast to Singapore got into several fights with fellow passengers. Witnesses say they had a few drinks in the airport bar.
He was fighting on the airplane. That's the worst place. There's someone with their feet up this way on the seat. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go grocery shopping to make dinner tonight, because I've been on a roll, y'all. If you haven't been watching the past month of vlogs, I've been cooking up a storm, and I'm so proud of myself, because Bart came yesterday and he's like, I'm starving. Like, the kitchen was closed. You know what I mean? Like, it was late at night. I wasn't in the kitchen anymore. I wasn't cooking. It was like 9 or 10. He came and he's like, I'm starving. So I'm like, damn it, what do I have that I can make you? And then I had all these ingredients from other dishes that I made, and then I put it together, and I made them like this, like chicken steak, bean and salsa bowl or something. And it was really good. And this is something I would never even think about, because I would just see ingredients. I wouldn't even see them. I would just see items in my refrigerator, and I wouldn't see them as ingredients. I would just see them as a thing that belonged to a dish that someone else made, and I didn't know how to make it a new thing. So because I've been playing around with food more in the kitchen, I know how to make it a dish now. Like, I'm not a pro or anything, but just the fact that I'm not afraid to just mix things together, that is very exciting. So I'm going to continue the momentum. I don't want to stop with the cooking. Even though there's very basic dishes, I don't care. We all start somewhere, and we all got to start from the bottom, right? I started from the bottom, and then I want to be there, like up there. Like, I want to be as good as Dave, because David's so good. That's Taika telling me he's finished with his bottom. Yeah? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've made progress, because before he would finish and he would just throw it, and he would throw it over the couch like, here, get this. So now he hands it to me. So we're making progress. It's good stuff. All right, y'all. I'm now in the car because Taika is taking a nap. I took my mom to get, like I said, her nails done. She mainly got a pedicure, and I did too. And I don't mean to be bougie, but when it comes to doing a pedicure, these women specialize in it, so they kill it. Like, I had, like, maybe my nail was like too square or something, or I don't know what the fuck it was, but I couldn't find why. But like, when I pressed the side of my toe, like, it wasn't an ingrown toenail, because one, I don't know what that is, and two, I heard if you have that, you have to get surgery. But whoever told me that could have been tripping. Anyway, so yeah, when you press the side of it, it was hurting so bad. So I got it done, and I couldn't help myself. I got these bad boys done too. Wait up, let me give you some better. Here we go. Look at that. Like, where's it better? Like, I know I'm extra, but like, I needed nails to prove. And my feet, I got the same way. So, la la la. My mom didn't get any color or anything. She just opted for fix my feet, and that's it. Thank you. Right now we're at Food for Less. Grandma's in there because she's one of the very few people that when they receive the specials and stuff in the mail, she reads all of those specials. So she's like, oh my god, they only have chicken for like, how much was it? It was Farmer Fresh or Farmers, I don't know, it's like a brand we all know, and it was like, fuck, how much was it? Like $2 or something. It was like a ridiculous amount where I'm like, no. So yeah, we're here for that. And then it was something else that was like $1. My mom's like, we gotta go there, that's where the deals are. So like I said, I want to continue my cooking, so I want to make Spanish rice, and then it's this thing called, my mom makes up these names, but it's just like pork with calabacitas, calabacitas. And it's squash. So, I mean, yeah, I just keep talking. I'll show you. But I just wanted to show you how I'm just here chilling with the dude while he sleeps. Cool thing about this car is it doesn't turn off, but then it's super quiet and there's no engine that keeps it kind of loud. So it feels like it's turned off, but I still have AC, but it's very much on. So that's cool. All right, so I'm back home. The boy is awake, very much alive, and kicking. All right, and I'm gonna walk you through the step-by-step of how to make this dish. And it's cool if you could follow along and you can make it with me, but I'm mainly doing it as a record because my mom has the recipe in her head and she goes really fast, so I'm not gonna have enough time to write it down. So this is gonna serve as documentation for me. So next time I wanna make this exact same thing, I can watch this video. All right, so first thing, we wash our produce, and now we're gonna cut the pork. I asked my mom what part of the pork it is. She just says, I don't know. So we'll figure it out. The more I make this, the more I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna cut it a lot smaller, because look at this in comparison to my hand. So I'm probably gonna cut it in like thirds or fourths. So that's the first step. All right, so I just found out what it was. It's pork shoulder, and I'm not gonna make the whole thing that I got just because I don't have bigger pots. But I cut it into cubes about an inch, half an inch to an inch thick. So there you go. Step 2, 3, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. He keeps putting a feather on Fawn and he thinks it's the funniest thing. All right, so now I moved over the meat into the pan that I'm gonna be cooking it in, and I just put water in there. So right now it's about like 3 cups of water, but basically you just want it to cover the meats so that it boils. All right. So I think the next step is number 4 or 5. I'm the worst at this. I'm gonna be the worst cooking show host ever. Welcome to the fucked up cooking show. Taika was hiding, using Fawn as a shield to hide behind her. And I was like, Taika, where are you? Let's see if he does it again. Let's see. Taika, where are you? Taika, where are you? Dun, 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 dun. Brinca, jump, jump, jump. Go, go, go. Good job, Fawn. Okay, yeah, bájate. Come on. All right, so now cut the Italian squash as we know it. And I cut them again into about an inch to an inch and a half pieces. Do you want to see how I do it? I'm going to show you. Da, 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 da. Sorry that it's shaky. Please don't get motion sickness. The ride will be over soon. Okay, here we go. Doing it again for you guys. Now we have that's Taika in the back giving Grandma a hard time. So there we go, halvesies. Let's cut it up. And now, And voila. Taika, where are you? There you are! I see you, you big dummy. Alright, so our next step is prepping the tomatoes. What kind of tomatoes are these?
Roma.
What? Roma. Okay, Roma tomatoes. I've already chopped off the end, cut them in half the long ways, and to save myself some time, I'm gonna grate them on this side. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the onions, so that I'm not spending a lot of time chopping it up by hand. That's already boiling, so that means my time is very limited. So I'll show you what that looks like. Not my time that's limited, but what it looks like when it's grated. Here we go. Go, Grandma. Grandma. Thank you for helping. But that's essentially what you do. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so got the white onion, cut the ends off, took off the first layer, and we're gonna do the exact same thing because this was what the tomatoes came out to look like. And now we're gonna grate the entire onion.
3/3.
3/3 of it? 3/3, whatever that means. 3/4, I think is what she meant. All right, so this is all that was left, is the last quarter of it. And that's your ratio. I guess it's 2-to-1. Okay, and now we throw it in. Nope, psych. I don't know what I'm talking about. And welcome to the most fucked up cooking show ever. That title is probably another one from what I said the first time. Thanks for hanging in there. All right, so far it's been an adventure having my mom teach me how to make this dish because, like I said, it's all coming from her brain. So I'm like, how much of this? She's like, to taste. I'm like, all right. So right now, what we're gonna add now is garlic salt. This is actually my mom's very favorite to use, with a lot of other secrets that I won't share. But for this particular one, she's gonna add, or I'm gonna add some garlic salt. But what we're gonna wait to do is let the water reduce. Because it's such a big cube piece of pork, we have to make sure that it cooks thoroughly, or else the inside of part of it is gonna be raw. And that's not how this dish is meant to be. So adding some garlic salt to taste now. All right, so one really cool thing that I just learned is when I was cubing this pork and I put it in the pan. You guys remember when I first put in the pan? What the fuck? Hello? Can you hear anything? Taika, that was really loud. Yes, just rewind like a few seconds back when I first threw in the meat. It like covered like 80% of the meat, but now because it's been boiling and it's been cooking mainly, it shrinks the size. So don't be afraid to throw in a little bit more pork, okay? Because everything is gonna shrink. And of course, that's exactly the same thing that's about to happen with the squash. Once it gets cooked, it's gonna shrink a little bit. So look at it now. It's so much more. It's like about 50% pan and then 50% pork now because it shrank. So be advised. Don't be afraid to throw in a little bit more pork. All right, so I'm not just gonna stand here and wait for the water to reduce. I'm actually gonna start the Spanish rice. So I have a pan. I don't know how big this pan is. I have a ghost in my house. But I added about 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm gonna coat the pan really good. And this is gonna make about 2 cups of rice. So it's not, I just know my mom to use this rice. So this is not what we use when I make white rice. This is extra long grain, I don't know. Do we wash this? No,
I can wash it.
We're not washing it. So this is how I grew up. This is how my mom made it, and I love the way she makes it. So we're gonna learn that today. So about 2 cups of rice. All right, my is disgruntled for some reason. Hey! So there's a lot of shit flying off the counter. But, okay. Toma. But we're moving on over here. We're gonna brown the rice, all right? So we're gonna brown it. This is me just barely putting it in. I'll show you what the browning looks like once I'm done. I actually want to show you guys because you do have to stir it frequently. I do have it on high heat right now. And the fun part, Taika! He sounds like a drunk begging for more shots. But, or a prisoner begging for water. Okay, you're done. This is what he was using. Alright. So, he found another one. Alright, so just to progress on the pork, it's almost done. Look at the water or the liquid's almost done. I've already grated. I did the same thing, the whole grating technique with the onion. I did about half an onion here. Still browning my rice. Once this process is done, you see how it's getting a little bit more brown? So once this process is done, I'm gonna throw in the onions. And I'm gonna cook them for about, I'll say like 3 to 5 minutes, or until they get nice and transparent. So we're almost there, fam. This whole thing should take no more than like 20 minutes. Sorry if the angle's weird. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Vlog and cook, vlog and cook. All right, so the rice is browned. This is what it looks like done, and then this is for reference. That's what it looked like before. Super white, pale, and now it went to Hawaii, and it looks like one of the locals there. So now that it's brown, we're gonna throw in the cebolla or onion. Go for it, Ma. I'm using my left hand here. Now, I'm gonna stop filming because it's gonna slow me down and I'm gonna burn this rice. Alright y'all, sorry I had to kind of rush without you guys, but once the onions became transparent, I added about 1.5 cups of water and tomato sauce, and it's just your regular standard tomato sauce. But what my mom likes to do, instead of adding the water directly into the rice like such, she puts the water, so she puts the tomato sauce first into the rice, and then she puts the water into the can so that you can get every last bit of the tomato sauce, and then she throws it in there. I did add a tablespoon to whatever this is, caldo con sabor de pollo. So chicken bouillon. I did add a tablespoon of it, but you would do it to taste. So I haven't tasted it yet. I'm gonna mix it, then I'm gonna taste it, and depending on how it comes out, then I will add more. But on the other end, this is ready to raw. I'm gonna put the vegetables, the squash in there. Do I throw it in there now?
Yeah.
Voila. This one I gotta taste, and then we're gonna throw in the salsa and mix it very, very carefully. Then I'm gonna add my what? And then I'm gonna add corn, but we haven't opened that yet, so I'm gonna stop vlogging for a second, and then I'll catch you guys back up. All right, so Papa is back. Perfect timing, because dinner's almost served.
Yes!
He went from a flex to a yay. Your son is gone. He's gone. Go get him.
He's fast. I saw him.
Go get him. Okay, now to catch you guys up, and my future self. I tasted it. It is perfect. So I added the final touch, which is some frozen peas and carrots, and it looks very pretty. You don't have to do that, but I prefer it because it gives it just a different texture, and it just looks way more presentable. So every time I go and I get this rice and someone gives it to me without peas and carrots, I'm secretly judging them because it looks boring. So I don't like it that way. And then when we left off here, I left off throwing in the onion and the tomato that we grated, threw that in there, and then we threw in the squash, and then the last touch was the corn, and it's just your regular sweet white and gold corn with the liquid, so the whole thing went in there. And I just added some pepper to taste. The final touch is just letting it sit there so that the squash gets soft and it cooks. So once that's done, then I'm gonna taste it, and then if it needs some sort of salt, or if it needs to be a little bit more savory, then I'm gonna add garlic salt. But for the most part, it's pretty much done. Look at that. Woohoo, baby. All right, so I'm just letting everything steam, and I'll just check it periodically to see how it's doing. But in the meantime, look at the way Papa's playing with Taika.
You crazy guy.
All All right, so I've let every time. Ugh. Okay, I've let the veggies steam. They've cooked, so that's the ending. That's the finished product.
That looks good.
And here's the rice. Done. You see how pretty it looks with all the veggies in there?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, so now I'm gonna hook you up.
Thank you, Mama Potato. That looks bomb.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh no. I zoomed into a scream. Where are you going? What happened? Why'd you get on the floor for no reason? Tiger.
All done. We did it, you guys. We did it. We did it.
That's it?
That's it. What do you mean? That's a lot of food.
Can I get more rice and more chicken?
It's pork.
Or pork?
Can you just finish this and then I'll serve you some more?
Consider it done
Okay,
deesies.
let's do it. And after dinner, we ended up at Disneyland. The park literally closes at 8. It's like 7:20 or something.
Yeah, we got like 40 minutes.
So we got here and there was no one at the parking for us to like
To even pay? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so we didn't
awesome.
pay. And then I parked and then I realized, fuck, I forgot our passes. But I'm a big tech buff. So once I downloaded the app, I couldn't wait to upload them into the app. So that's all I needed was just to show my app. And here we are. We're in, baby. We're in. So we got 30 minutes. Get your churros.
What do you want to do is walk around?
Yeah. All right, let's see
You
what
want to wait
trouble we
30
can get
minutes
into.
in line?
So the Disney theme is done. It's Valentine's Day. But they don't really have that much Valentine's stuff.
Just the big hearts in the beginning.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, we didn't have too much time coming in here, but our goal is to get on one ride. And we're gonna get on Astro Blasters. You know, this little guy. We'll probably like, what's that one other ride we rode
The
on?
Toy Story one?
No, there's another one. We did on the California.
The Ariel one? The Little Mermaid?
Yeah. And Taika thought that was a blast, so we're gonna try to ride this one. And I think we only have time for one ride, but I think even that's a success because parking was free. But I still want to get my churro before I leave. I'm gonna try to get one. You doubt you're gonna get one? One of the stands I walked over there was closed.
If we go to California Adventure, maybe.
Oh yeah, they do have one in downtown Disney where the sunglasses are.
I think they close at 10 or 2 or 8. I don't know. I forgot. I gotta look. It's like that. Do you want to go on the ride? See? He's ready. He's ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are you serious?
You found us? Yeah. Cutie.
Good job, Taika.
Good job, mister.
Good job, dude.
Mission accomplished. I tried to get it inside the park, but everything was closing. But you could always count on downtown Disney, California, trying to have it. Mopper got real fancy. And what'd you get? The Fruity Pebbles one? Can I try it? It really does taste like Fruity Pebbles.
It's really good.
I think I like the cinnamon one better. I'm old school. Oh yeah. It's not a Disney trip unless you get a churro.
Now it is 9 p.m. and we are back home. I love it. I love it that we're just able to pick up and go and move and be at different places doing different things. It's like freaking awesome. I don't know what I just said right now. I think I'm really tired. But yeah, closing out this vlog, but just know these puppies are gonna go for a walk now. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go out around the block and you're gonna have a good time. You ready for that? You ready for that? Yeah.